Okay, so I'm going to do this last section and tell you guys what I'm doing when I detangle. When it's already parted like this, when you see my head like this, I've already washed it and I've already put the conditioner in normally, but I'm doing a deep treatment, so that's why I don't have anything in it right now. But in the shower, that's when I take my fingers and do the finger combing like this. So that's my first process. This helps get the knots, the big giant ones, where you can just kind of separate with your fingers. So I do that first. And then let me go ahead and put some of the conditioner on there. It's a little dry. And I always make sure my hair is wet. Slippery and wet. So when I use all my utensils, it's slippery and wet. Okay. Okay. Make sure the ends are good. Okay, so after I have done the finger combing, that's when I take my wide tooth comb and I start to detangle. Which I'm going to start at the ends. And then we're bringing way up. See that? Okay. Same thing. Start at the ends. It may sound like I'm doing it hard, but I'm not. I'm just doing it fast. Okay. And I make sure it goes through really easy. Okay, so we passed the white tooth test. Everything went through smoothly. And I go through the whole section to make sure. Okay. Then I take my Denman brush and I go through that. Because the knots that pass through this comb, this brush would get. You see what I'm saying? So if you have a knot that goes between here, how are you going to get it out? So, and I don't know about you, but I don't have time to sit there and go through with my fingers, my whole head of hair, to try to pull single strand knots and all that stuff out. I don't have time to do that. So this way I make sure all my shed hair is out. I go through it slowly, but filtering down, so starting from big, medium, and even all the way to small. So I go through with my Denman brush. Everything goes through pretty easy. Okay. See how easy that's going through? When I detangle, I make sure I go from each angle. So if I'm going up from the front, I go from the side, and then from the back, and then from the other side. That's how you make sure you get your hair detangled. Alright, so that's going through very easy. Now, the part you guys dread. Small tooth comb. The hairs you see in there are my shed hairs. I check the hair, they're fine. In order to get the detangled hair out, you need to kind of pass through it with something small. So I just part my hair. I don't take big giant sections. That would be a no-no. Then you're going to tangle it back up. So small section. and I just pull it through. See? See how it just went through? Pull it through. And then you see at the end something kind of got caught, so I take that because the big combs missed that, so I detangled that. And it passed right through. See? Don't be afraid of the small tooth comb. It's not that big of a deal. If you're doing your hair right and detangling like you're supposed to, you should be able to pass anything through your hair. Do you know how thin a strand of hair is? Okay, so see that? Straight through, no problem. And I do that the whole section. Okay, start to the end. And go through. See? No problems. And then I could pass through that whole section I already did. And that's it. There's no popping. I don't hear anything snapping. I'm just getting the loose hair out that the big comb cannot. And that's it. Okay. And I'm done with this section. Alright, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. Don't be afraid of combs and brushes and stuff like that. You do what works for your hair. Like I said, I'm not saying to go out and buy a small tooth comb, but for me, I have really tight curls. So in order for me to get out the knots, I need something smaller than this, because the knot's just going to pass right through the comb. So that's my opinion. I know I might get some comments at the bottom. Don't use that comb, you're going to rip your hair out. My hair is still here. My hair is growing. I have no issues. I don't have any shedding problems or nothing like that. So that is it.